there, it's Debbie with the Pickin Coop Farmstead, and let me move my camera over just a hair. The sun's creeping in. I am out here in my yard, and I'm going to do some potting up of my little seedlings. Let me show you them. They've got their true leaves. So let me explain to you what that is. You've got these little guys are green cabbages. So on this particular plant right here, these little like heart-shaped leaves, those are the seed leaves, that's what I call them. And then these other two are what is called the true leaves. So once they get a set of these true leaves, it's time to pot them up. They can't stay in here forever because they'll get really, really leggy. So what you're going to need, I just put mine in solo cups. These have holes in the bottom. I reuse them as many times as I can. You're going to need another tray. I have an old roaster that I use. Once you pot them up, you're going to put them in there. You're going to need some kind of a marker. You're going to need a bucket or something to put your soil in. Water, so you don't get dehydrated. And some markers. And soil, obviously. So I wanted to show you a picture of this particular soil that I use. This is called, hang on. This is called black gold. Black gold, let me get back here. Okay, and it's an organic, natural, organic potting soil mix. I love this stuff. So let me put you back over here. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to take our bucket, and I'm going to put a few scoops of that in here. There we go. Then I add to this, I add some water, not a whole lot, but just enough to moisten it. I just have a jug here of some water. And then we're going to stir that around really good. I'll be right back. I got to grab something to stir it with. Alright, so we're going to stir this around and get this all nice and moist. Alright, so I am just going to be doing 1 cup at a time. I think I'll pick these green cabbages. Now I'm going to trade my trays. Hold on just a minute. Sorry about that. I had to move my tripod. I was trying to get a better angle with my camera to keep that sun out. Ooh, there's a little bug right there. He needs to go away. Alright, so I'm picking my green cabbage, and I'm going to count how many plants I've got. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I already have a marker in there, so I'm going to need 4. I'm going to actually move that right now. And mark each one of these with green cabbage. And I'm going to come back when I get that done. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab 4 cups of my dirt. Move this guy out of the way. And then I just kind of fill up each cup. I'll fill about right to there. And the dirt is just barely damp. You don't want it soaking wet, because you're going to bottom water these, which just means that you're going to put a cup or so of, a glass or so of water in your tray so they can get watered from the bottom up. Then what I do is I take the end of my pin and I make a little well in each cup so you can gently poke the roots down in. Alright, so each cup has a well. Hi Johnny, what you doing, booger? Don't knock over my camera. Johnny's hanging out under the table here. Alright, so I'm going to take this out and I'm going to squeeze gently the bottom. I'm going to bring my tray back in just so I don't lose any of this precious dirt. There we go. And I'm going to do it over this. And then you're going to gently turn that upside down. I don't know if you can see the roots on this, but there's a lot of them. So I just kind of lay it on its side. And then I will gently try to tease these roots apart and see how you have your roots. Okay, then they're going to go in your little solo cup. Let's see, can you see that okay? Then I'm going to add a little more dirt to this. Make it a little more stable. And so there you go, that's all you do. And then you just keep at it till you get every one of these little guys planted. Down they go. And try not to break the little stems or the little necks, whatever you want to call them, because they will not regenerate. I tried before and it, yeah. Once you do that, they're pretty much history. Alright, so, and remember to put your little stake in there so you keep track of what's what. And on to the next one. Ooh, this one's quite large. He probably needs a bigger hole. Place him gently down in there. Grab some soil. Now that we know that we can grow cabbage and actually get a head from it, I am so pleased this year. I mean, 2 of them we sacrificed to the bugs. But we ended up with, what, 3, I think? 3 little heads. In turn, I made sauerkraut out of them, so I was quite pleased. I haven't tried my sauerkraut since I put it in the... I'm going to put a little more dirt in this guy. He's kind of flopping. Since I put it in the fridge, so maybe tonight with my dinner I'll have a little bit of sauerkraut. Excited about that. Alright, so here's another guy. Gently tease the roots out. There's a piece of bark in there. I don't want that in there. Get a little more dirt. There we go. Oopsie. All right. Now, I miscalculated because there's actually 6 of these in there. Sometimes you'll get extra seeds. I tried to only do like 4, so only because I'm growing a couple of different kinds of cabbage. And that's okay. The more the better, right? You can always make sauerkraut. So we're going to tease this guy apart. Drop him in. Put the dirt around him. Oops, come on, little fella. See where I put this tray in here? It collects the stuff you drop. Alright, so we are going to have to make another marker just because we're going to end up with 6 green cabbages. So, and there should be a lot less pressure from pests when you start planting. When it gets cool enough to put these guys in the ground. Alright, so we're just going to grab this whole thing, put it in. There we go. Now this soil is wet just because it's the one that came out of the original pot. So I'm going to put a little more around his little neck to keep him a little more stable. There we go. He's going to need a marker. You can never forget to mark him, because if you think you're going to remember, I'm telling you, you will not. So green, or cabbage, green. There we go. And that's all there is to it, guys. That's how you pot up your seedlings. I made one of these videos for springtime, and I just thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and do my fall vegetable starts and show you how you do it. Just kind of a refresher. You do the same thing. My table's starting to get in the sun, so I want to move everything back. I definitely do not want my seedlings out in the full direct sun. They've been in the cool corner of my kitchen getting filtered sunlight, so we don't want to burn them or kill them because they're cool weather crops, so they don't do well in the sun. So I'm going to carry on with this. I hope the sun is shining with you where you are today, and I hope you are planting your fall seeds. Hopefully you've done it earlier, depends on where you live, and get them potted up, and good luck with your fall garden. Thanks a lot for watching, subscribing, sharing, and liking and commenting on my channel. I appreciate you all. Have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.